Hi everyone, I'm Nicole Kearney, the manager of BHL Australia. In this video, I'm going to talk about why article data is so important to discovering content on BHL. I've developed a series of videos explaining the key steps involved in making articles on BHL discoverable. This video serves as an introduction to that video series. I believe that adding article data to journal articles on BHL is as important as putting them on BHL in the first place. I hope by the end of this video, you'll agree with me. There are now over 60 million pages of content on BHL, all of which are openly accessible. But accessible does not equal discoverable. BHL has some very clever internal search functionality that allows users to find this information. Its taxonomic name recognition tools make BHL an invaluable resource for researchers, and full text search allows you to search the text across every page of BHL. However, BHL's full text search and taxonomic name recognition only work within the BHL website. And if we want the content on BHL to be truly discoverable, we need it to be discoverable via the tools most people use to find stuff online. And that's external search engines. I would argue that if external search engines can't find our content, we might as well have left it collecting dust on a shelf. The only content on BHL that's discoverable from outside the BHL website is what's in the BHL catalogue. Most of what's in that catalogue is the metadata that's uploaded into BHL via Macaw or the Internet Archive, the item level metadata and the title level data for the title each item belongs to. The primary bibliographic unit in BHL is the item, and the structural hierarchy on BHL is pages within items within titles. I'm sure you're all intimately familiar with what a title landing page looks like on BHL. The metadata for the title appears in the center here, and the metadata for each item appears down the right-hand side. The title level metadata is searchable outside of BHL, which is great if you're searching for a journal title, but it provides no information about the contents within each volume. The bibliographic unit of most interest to academics is the article. Most academic work is published in academic journal articles, and thus most citations in journal articles are other articles. Article data includes specific publication dates, authors, and article titles. And article titles are particularly useful because they include subject-specific information, such as common names, scientific names, place names, and details of anatomy, and even the names of eminent collectors and organisations. This article describes the species sent to the British Museum by Alfred Russel Wallace from the Aru Islands. Adding article data to BHL makes the biological knowledge locked up in the millions of pages of historic journals discoverable both within and outside BHL. And when you add article data to BHL, all sorts of interesting things happen in BHL to make those articles more discoverable. The first is that BHL automatically creates an article landing page, complete with all that lovely metadata and a link that takes you directly to the first page of the article, as well as an option to download a PDF of the entire article. Every single article defined on BHL now comes with a pre-generated downloadable PDF. And if you scroll to the end of those PDFs, you'll find a full bibliographic citation and the BHL URL for both the volume and the article, and the DOI whenever one exists. The second thing that happens is that each article becomes an entity, a publication in its own right in the BHL catalogue. This means it's discoverable both when you search within BHL and when you search via external search engines. Clicking on that first search result takes you directly to the article landing page on BHL. The third thing that happens when you add article data to BHL is that a View Parts link will appear for each volume on the title landing page, and that allows users to view every part in every volume. Clicking on View Parts will take you to a list of all the parts that have been defined for that volume. From here, you have the option of clicking on View Metadata, which will take you to the article landing page for that article. Or you can click on the title of the article, which will take you to the page in the volume on which the article starts. And the fourth really cool thing that happens when you add article data to BHL is that once a volume has parts, BHL generates a table of contents within the book viewer. Clicking on that table of contents allows users to see clearly the articles we've defined in each volume and allows them to navigate between them by clicking on each one. There are lots of very cute marsupials described in this volume. And now that these articles have been defined in BHL and exist as citable publications in their own right, they can be discovered by our users and linked to from other sources, such as Wikipedia. Here it says that this beautiful striped possum was first described by John Edward Gray in 1858 from a specimen sent from the Aru Islands to the British Museum by Alfred Russel Wallace, and it cites the article. If you click on that little citation number, the citation pops up. You'll see there are two links in this box. The bottom one, the DOI, takes you through to the version that's on a paywall on Wiley Online. It'll cost you $49 to download a PDF of that article, of that copy of that article. So that's a frustrating dead end for most people. But if I go back to Wikipedia and click on that top link, I'm taken to the open access version on BHL, where I can download a much better PDF of a much better quality scan for free. So I hope I've convinced you that adding article data to BHL makes the content on BHL so much more discoverable and easily usable, both within BHL and beyond. Thank you for listening and for your future efforts making the articles on BHL discoverable. I encourage you to watch the other videos in this series. And if you have any questions, please submit a Gemini request to the BHL's Persistent Identifier Working Group, PIWG, or contact us via the BHL staff listserv. Thanks very much.